Hello, everybody. February 1st, first day of February 2019. It is a Friday. It's about 10:44 a.m. Currently 15 degrees where I'm at. The weather app says that we are going to have a low of 22 and a high of 30. Obviously, that's not right because I'm at 15, so weather being the exact science that it is and all. Anyway, let's see. It is still snowy and slick out here. Looks like we got a couple inches of snow where I'm at. Your mileage may vary in various areas. So, but I'm headed home for the day. Or, well, away from work at least. So, anyway, don't really know of a whole lot other than, the weather being the issue. Our washing machine did thaw out. As far as I can tell, there are no leaky pipes, which is a good thing. However, it does appear that the diaphragm in my pressure tank for my well has developed a hole, because I can hear it hissing when it's filling. We had this problem, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years ago. Had to have it replaced. So I guess we've gotten fairly good mileage out of this tank. And it shouldn't be too hard to replace. It still functions. It still produces water. It's just not as at a pressure rate, constant pressure rate like it should be. So sometime here in the near future, I'll be working on a project of replacing that. I think it's something I can do myself. If not, I'm going to make a plumber happy, because he's going to have to deal with all sorts of mess. The pressure tank's inside the house in a particular closet, so it's easy to get to. Like I said, it's not causing any major issues right now, other than it's just really noisy when it's filling. So I feel pretty blessed in that it seems like we don't have any burst pipes or leaky pipes. The washing machine supply was the only thing that froze up, which again is even more of a blessing. But we worked pretty hard to keep the house warm too. We have alternate sources of heat that we use during cold weather. We've got our furnace, of course, gas furnace. We use a kerosene heater. We use a fireplace. We use electric heaters where necessary. So we work kind of hard at trying to keep it warm. I remember, whenever it was, 5 or 6 years ago, when we had the round of sub-zero temperatures for 3 or 4 days. The power went out in our neighborhood, and we're on a well, so no power, no water, no power, no heat, except for the gas stove. We were able to turn the burners on the gas stove, but we had kerosene heaters, and we would melt snow and use it to pour in the back of the toilet tank so we could flush the toilet. And we had no water, but our water lines didn't burst either. They froze up. As soon as we realized the power was out, we ran around and opened all the faucets so it was drained as much water as possible, or at least allow it to expand through the pipes. And we had no burst pipes, so it was really fortunate back then too. So, but everybody in the neighborhood moved out except my wife and I, and then one guy down at the other end of the street who was smart enough to have a generator. He just fired up his generator and had no problem. So, but everybody else in the whole neighborhood vacated their properties. And unless you're prepared for that kind of thing, I can understand doing that, because you could freeze to death in something like that, even inside, if you have no source of heat whatsoever. Just a little bit of preparation as you go along through life. Again, take an extra $5 and buy some additional canned vegetables or canned food, stuff you don't have to refrigerate. Make sure you got a can opener, plasticware and whatnot. Carry a little multi-tool, so you got a fork and a knife or whatever. Just little things that people don't. I guess a lot of people weren't raised to think that way because I don't know, maybe their parents had it all, or whatnot, or maybe they think that society has moved beyond the need to survive in situations like that. Well, I'll tell you what, we haven't. Mother Nature will make the call anytime she wants to, and we will be submissive to it. So you have to be ready for that. kind of rambling on here a little bit because I just really don't. I'm trying to, in my brain, I'm kind of sidetracking here in my brain, trying to think of anything worthy of speaking about news-wise, and I can't really think of anything. Mustache here in my mouth. I like mustaches and beards and stuff, but boy, they can get aggravating. The roads, I'm southbound on Post Road, just past 42nd Street, and the roads are still slushy, and I can't tell whether they've been plowed or just driven over a lot. I did see salt trucks out going to work this morning, going up and down the streets, so if you got to get out, be careful. If you don't have to get out, stay home, enjoy some soup. Mustache hair. Mercy me. Ugh. Anyway, stay home if you can. Eat you some soup and a grilled cheese. Cozy up by some source of heat, fireplace or whatnot. Electric heater, and sit there and snuggle and enjoy the day. I will say this: kudos to the city for suspending all the actions that all the occupations they could during the sub-zero temperatures. It's good to know that we that people don't expect us to be sacrificial in our jobs. Also, thank you, Indianapolis, for being good about taking care of those who were not able or prepared to take care of themselves. Lots of places open their doors for shelter. Lots of private sector places open their doors for people. It didn't take government interaction. Golly, if government would just leave people alone, we could do so much better at things. Anyway, God bless those who did it, and thank you very much for your kindness to your fellow man. About ran this about all as far as I can, a little over 7 minutes. So I guess there's nothing much else to say other than that's what's going on at this time in this place. We will